everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. It is time for another haul video, and this one's going to be a little bit of a small haul because I only have, let's see, 4 packages. Well, technically 5, but I already opened this one up, and yeah. So first off, let's give a quick shout out to a few people in the building. Kia Too Technical in the house says I'm first. You know, as soon as she said that, it made me think about the old internet and how I used to actually miss the days when you would post something or leave a make a post like a YouTube video or whatever, and people used to rush to get up there and put first in the comments section. Just nothing else. They just would put first, just kind of letting you know, like, hey, I'm checking for you. I saw it and I jumped in the comments first. I'm there. I mean, I used to love that. I used to love that. Shout out to Pedro, says, hi, Larry. Big up. Tim Windsor in the building says, up, Larry, in the Hall family. He called it out. We got to give him one.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right. We don't have friends here. We have family. The Hall family. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Big ups, big ups. We have Nice to Nasty for you in the building too. And she just, yeah, she called it out as well.
Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.
I love it. I love it. I love it. There you go. Big Tim Windsor says, smack those thumbs up, people. Please do hit those thumbs up on the way in, when you're already in, whatever. Let YouTube know the algorithm is popping over here and to send more people our way. Shout out to Gregorio in the house, says, hello, Hall fam. Let's give him one. Let's give him another one.
I don't have friends. I got family.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, all right, all right. Shout out, everyone. All right, let me show you guys quickly. This is, I already opened it. It was, it's from a company called Burfy, I believe it is. So there you go. You can see it's called Burfy. It is, they make smartphones, smartphone cases, and I believe this one here is for the Galaxy Z Fold 8. And if you guys have been checking me, I've been making a few Z Fold 8 videos. And yeah, and this one looks like it is. This one's a sample they sent out early. So I haven't put it on my phone yet. Obviously, I just got it. But there it is, and it comes in 2 parts. So you can see there, it has the front cover screen. And I believe this right here is a screen protector that's sort of built into the case there. I'm gonna have to built into the front part. I'm gonna have to check that out and see how that works. But yeah, and then we have the back part here, which actually has a hinge protector too. So that's kind of nice. So you can put this on, and it's gonna protect both your phone and the hinge. And the cool part about this is, you see, it has the magnets built in there for MagSafe. But if you grab this little bit right there, there you go. You have a kickstand. So now, when you set your phone down, you can set it in either position, and you're gonna have yourself a nice kickstand. So, and you can see that hinge right there. It's a nice little metal hinge in there. It's kind of, yeah. And it snaps down. But I like this. If you guys see this on there, one thing I do like about it, all right, you see that's flush. When it snaps in there, it is flush. It's not gonna sit up and be extra bulky or anything. So, but it does add it feels like it's going to add a fair amount of protection to your phone, which I think is fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try this thing out and see. It looks like it does come with yeah, it has the installation package, and then also it has these strips in here, so that it has these strips in here so that you see if you can get that in there. They're little sticker strips. And most of the time, the sticker strips are for the front cover screen part of the case. So, because what happens is, on the inside, you usually need to put the strips sort of like on the inside here, or maybe and also along in here. Sometimes, most of the time, you're good with just along this edge right here. They used to put it all over on the top, but now most of the time it's just along this edge right there, and then it sticks onto your phone. And it just helps that front case stay in place. The back part of the the back part of the phone case it's usually pretty secure, even without any sort of sticker or anything on there. So they used to, when they first came out with these foldables, they used to have stickers on sort of the front and the back, but I guess they changed the design of the phones, or maybe they changed the designs of the cases. But now it seems like you can actually have the back cover on, and you don't really need to worry about any stickers to hold it in place. They just hold in place like it would a regular phone. So I cannot get this thing back in this bag. Normally I'm pretty good at packing stuff back up, but I'm struggling with this one right now. We're gonna get it back in there because I am determined. There we go. All right, we have it. All right, let's get this back in there. But like this is my Z Fold 8 right here, and it just has the regular case on there. It has this Samsung branded case, and it doesn't have any stickers on the inside. It didn't even come with stickers, I don't think. It just slides right in there, pops in there just like a regular phone case. But it doesn't come with a front cover, bumper. And that was something I think that started like last year. I think, was it last year or was it the year before? I think it was last year they started that mostly, where they stopped sending out the front cover bumper and just started doing the rear case. And I don't know what that was about when they did it. I don't know if they just had a hard time or they couldn't figure out a way to actually get those cases to stay put, because I did have a hard time, especially with my Z Fold 7, getting that case to stay on, the front bumper to stay on. It just kept coming off and sliding off. Eventually I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna take it off and just roll with it. And excuse me, I didn't really have any problems with it. So now, mind you, I've been very, very blessed where I haven't dropped my phone in such a way that it would cause any kind of real damage. So I've been lucky in that way. But I do carry the insurance on my phones, and so if I do drop it, I do have the Samsung Care protection, so I can take it and get it fixed and repaired. So there is that. But oh, yeah, I'm throwing this in the box already to review. I haven't even showed you guys the case. Oh, you know what? I can't show you the case because this one, again, it's an advanced sample. It's not out yet. But let me show you here. Let me see if I can jump in. And there we go. This is their Z Fold 8 Ultra case. So you can kind of see what it looks like there and how it's going to look with a phone in it. So, but that's the one. You can see there you have the kickstand, which is really kind of nice because it does allow you to have your screen open, and then you can have it set up, propped up like that. And you can also have it open too if your screen's closed. So you can, if you want to watch a movie on the cover screen, or you just want to watch it, larger with the big screen, in the inner screen, it works that way. It says it has that privacy screen built in. That's on that front cover screen there, on the front cover bumper. So you don't have to worry about prying eyes looking into your stuff. You have the built-in magnets, so you have that MagSafe compatibility there for wallets and power banks and chargers and whatnot. And then it's drop protected. It says drop height 18 feet. So I wouldn't want to, I'd let them do that testing. If you happen to drop it from 18 feet and your phone survives, great. But I wouldn't go out there and drop your phone from 18 feet just to prove a point. So. And it does have the hinge protector. You can see it says auto closed and shock absorbing. So that's really nice. I don't always use cases that have all that extra protection. I like to keep my stuff as pretty minimal as possible. But again, I'm fairly safe with my phone. I shouldn't say safe. I'm fairly cautious with my phone. So I try not to drop it or bang it against stuff or get it dirty or dusty or anything or wet. So, but accidents happen, and everybody leads a different life. So there are people out there who work in places where they need to have that extra protection. If you work in, a rough job, maybe you do construction or one of the trades or whatever, maybe you just have kids and they grab your phone and they run around with them and they may drop them. You just want to make sure your phone is protected. So you pick the case that works best for you. Now, I don't know how much this case is going to cost when it comes out. The Z Fold 8 one, the black one, is $59 for the 8 Ultra. It looks like it's $79 for the blue one. $79 for the, which colors, oh, this is ebony. I don't know why, I don't know the difference between ebony and black, but this one's $79. The green one's $79. The, which one? Gray is $79. The purple is $79, and the red is $79. So it looks like the black is $20 cheaper. And again, I don't understand the difference between the black and the ebony. They look the same, but there's a $20 difference. So if, you know, I mean, if price is a factor, $20 is $20. So there you go. All right, let's keep this thing pushing. And let's see. All right, let's toss this in there. And, you know, let's open this one. We usually go bags first. Let's keep that thing going. Bags first. And I don't know what this is. Still don't know what this thing is. Oh, it's from Newer. I always like stuff from Newer. They always send me good stuff. I don't know what it is though. It says it says cartoon PAP 20. Let's see. Model UA 057. Oh, it says flexible desk camera. I think this might be, I think I have an idea of what this might be. I think they were sending me like a stand sort of, it's like a phone mount or like a desk mountable flex arm that you can put your camera on. Let me see if I can, where's my app in here so I can scan this barcode, see if I can bring it up. And let's see, live camera access, yes. Live search, okay. God, all these permissions for stuff, boy. I mean, I get it, but sometimes you just want your stuff to work quickly. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, I think this is it. All right, let me see if I can jump in to, let's see. Let me go in here first, give you guys a little peek into the back end to see the stuff I've been searching for lately. And let's see. Here it is right here. If it'll open up for me. There we go. Oh, nope, that is not it. That is from Small Rig, and we don't want Small Rig. We want the, I tell you what, this is one thing that gets a little frustrating when you deal with Amazon. They're constantly changing stuff around. I'm just like, I just want like my browsing history always up front, and they're always hiding it somewhere. It's like, God, come on, people. All right, here it is. Here it is. They just, I'll tell you, this is the thing I don't understand about companies. They always think they know everything so much. They're like, oh, we've done all this research. We know this, we know that. And I'm just like, you know what? There are people out there that just want a consistent experience. That's it. I don't care if it's boring. I just want a consistent experience. I want to know when I open up this website that I can navigate to what I want to navigate to pretty much without even thinking about it. I just know this is here, that's there, this is here. Stop changing shit around. I don't care. I don't care about all your analytics and all the other stuff where the focus group said this and that. Just put stuff in a simple place and leave it there. And if you want to do the extra crap, do the extra crap, but give me a button that says the old shit and leave it there. That's all I'm saying. Frustrates me to no end. Anyways, here it is, the Newer 22-inch Magic R. Sorry, you guys, had to go off on a little rant there. Anyways, so it's a Newer 22, and it does show this. It does show it on here with a mirrorless camera, or a DSLR, maybe that is. And so, yeah, I guess maybe you can handle the weight. I think a lot of that is going to depend on what model you have and what what model you have and what lens you have on it, because there's going to be some weight limits. So you can see it says 500 grams or 17.6 ounces. I think that's the amount of weight that it can handle, but maybe that's the weight of the arm itself. So you can see it says designed for flat or round surfaces. So you can put this on a desk, or you can put this on like a tripod stand or a light stand or something. So it gives you some options as far as how to mount stuff up. And then you can see there, you could use this as well. So if you're mounting this to like the railing of a balcony or something, maybe you're on vacation, there's a balcony, you want to mount it there. This is something I could see myself using it for. if I'm on vacation and I'm mounting this to like the railing of a balcony and then doing a time lapse, that would be really nice. That'd be more convenient for me than trying to set up a tripod and leaving a tripod out there. So yeah. And then you can see it says that anti-deflection design, so it's going to help with that anti-twist pin. And you have the quarter 20 screw hole, 3/8 screw hole. So yeah, let's see here. Oh, looks like we have some additional ones in there. Let's see what else we have. So yeah, it just shows you what it looks like when it's fully extended and then when it's folded. And it shows you there what it looks like with the phone holder on. And yeah, so yeah, this could be really nice. That could be really nice. And I guess you could technically, if you want to lock it in, you probably could use this thing as like a selfie stick if you wanted to. So yeah. All right. Pretty cool. It says $28.89. So, and it looks like they have some other ones there that are available if you want to try some different models. So they do have some options for you if you want to try something a little bit different or a little bit bigger or has more options to you. So, all right. Shout out to Newer. I'm going to unbox this thing later and actually make a proper video about it. So yeah, if you're interested, actually, you know what? Let's take a look at it now. Let's just take a look at this thing now. So, and just so you guys know, this is the Newer UA057. So this is the UA057, and let's see if we can get this out. It comes with the screw, with the hex key thing, and try and get phone mount. And then here is the magic arm right here. And we'll have to see if we can get all this back in there so we can do a proper unboxing. But yeah, this is it. It's very lightweight. It definitely feels very lightweight. This one is definitely designed for like lighter cameras, smaller cameras. So yeah, this is kind of nice. I'm digging this. I'm gonna have to try this out. I'm gonna have to see. But you see how it's called a magic arm. It seems all flimsy like this, but then once you twist that to lock it down, then it's stiff, and it's great because you can twist this and have this all kinds of different ways. And then once you're done, get it to the angle you want, you lock it down, and it's not moving. So yeah. All right, shout out to Newer on this one. We're gonna have to test this out thoroughly. All right, I'm not gonna box this back up right now. I'm gonna put this off to the side and get that there. But this is only $28, so it's $28.99 right there, or $28.89, excuse me, $28.89. So it's not expensive at all. And I like this because if you're someone who's getting started off, you know, streaming or making videos or something, it's kind of nice to be able to have something like that because you can mount this to your desk and then put your camera or your phone right over and use that as like a top-down camera. So you can have this, you know, you can have it like work overhead right here and your hands are working there and it's easy to get set up. So you don't have to have a complicated sort of setup, you know. Or if you don't have even a tripod and you get something like that, you can just mount it right onto your desk and then have your camera set up and you can talk right into the camera. You don't have to worry about buying a separate tripod if you're doing most of your work, you know, in a like a studio space or something in your bedroom or office or wherever. So yeah. All right. Let's keep this thing pushing. Let's see here. Evil Wish says, what if the camera fails while you're using it? What if it fails or what if it falls? If it falls while you're using it, then I guess you have to pick it up and hope that your camera doesn't break. But the point of these things is you need to make sure that you have them mounted on a desk that is going to support it, and you need to make sure that you have them tightened down tight enough and secure enough so that your camera is not going to fall. And part of that, again, has to do with weight. You don't want to use a camera that's beyond the weight limit of these different devices because then you increase the possibility that the device fails and you can have a camera that drops and then you may end up breaking it. So again, use it with lighter cameras. Things like action cams, you know, gimbal cameras like the Pocket 3 or the Osmo Pocket 3 or your, you know, your smartphones or stuff like that. You don't want to throw on, you know, a Nikon Z9 with 24 to 70 f2.8 lens. That's just going to be way too much weight. It's not going to support it, and it's likely going to come crashing down, and you may break your camera when it hits the ground. So keep that in mind. All right. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. See what else we have here. And this, see, throw that up. Alrighty. I'm loving it. This is from Thinborn. Shout out to Thinborn right here. This is their Z Fold 8 case, and yes, I am going to be unboxing this properly. I'm not going to open this one up because I am going to be doing a proper video with this one here. But, oops, hold on, let me switch me back. And then, but let me see if I can find, I think they sell them on Amazon too. I know they sell them on their own site, but let me just type in Thinborn. Let's see, I want the Z Fold 8 case, not the 7. So let me see if I can find that. And let me bring you in. So, all right, let's see. That is the 7. And they do have cool, no, that's Pitaka. That's Thinborn right there. All right, let's do this. That's the way I always find it easiest to find what you want. Just visit, oh, it says the Caseborn store. Interesting. All right. Caseborn, is that the right, those are the right people? I don't know. That looks like somebody might have jacked their name or something. That's weird. All right, let's see. Let's go find a different one. Let's find a different Thinborn case. Let's see. Where is, I've seen those other ones. Where are the other ones? Where is my Thinborn? I don't, all right, well, let's do this. Oh, you know why? Because I misspelled Thinborn. I spelled it like Jason Bourne instead of like it should be spelled. I'm just going to start right on over. Let's do that. Sometimes it's best just to start over from scratch. Thinborn Z Fold 8. Oh, look at that. This is crazy. I'm typing in Thinborn and Pitaka keeps coming up. My goodness. Maybe they don't sell their stuff on Amazon. I don't know. All right, well, I'm seeing everybody but them. So let's, yeah. I'm seeing everybody but them. So let's go ahead and let's see if I can find, let's see if I can just search for Thinborn and find them. That's weird, isn't it? I mean, I guess not everybody sells their stuff on Amazon, but I mean, I feel like it is almost impossible not to find stuff on Amazon nowadays. Like for me, almost everything that I buy online, if I'm not buying it, yeah, mostly everything I buy from Amazon. You know, it's just easy to find everything that you want. But anyways, all right, let me bring you guys in. And here we have it. This is Thinborn right there. It says, carry less, live more. It says, pop-up. It says, premium aramid fiber, ultra thin, precise, and barely there. And there we go. That is what the case looks like. And you can see they do provide a front cover bumper with their cases, which I absolutely love. And they do make them for all different types of various phones. So this is the Z Fold 8 Ultra. This is the Z Fold 8 case. And then this is the Z Fold 8 case again. So maybe this is a different one. But, and then here is, they have a red one. So it looks like they have, let's see, this is the navy one, because this is my phone. So this is the navy one. They have the crimson one. They have the black. And it looks like those are going to be the 3 main colors. And it looks like this one over here is red, but that one looks like it's for the Z Fold 8 Ultra and not for the Z Fold 8. And they also have some cases down here for the Pixel 11 series. So if you have a Pixel of 11 Pro Fold coming, they have cases for you. The same with the XL, the Pro, and the Pixel 11. So, and they look, all their cases look really, really cool. And you can see up here, they do have them for different brands. So they have for all these different models of Samsung phones there. So you can go and check those. They have them for all these different iPhone models, so you can check those. And they looks like they even have some AirPod cases as well. They have different model. They have all these different models for the Google Pixel phones, going back all the way to the Pixel 8 Pro. They have these for the Motorola one. It looks like it's just a Motorola Razr Fold. They also have the OnePlus 15, and then you can shop by styles. So there's that. They have thin phone cases. Excuse me. Aramid fiber, carbon fiber, and magnetic phone cases. They have cables and their contact and installation guides. So there's that. I think this is the one that they sent me right here. It says Z Fold 8 Wide Red. That's what it says on here. But I don't see a red for the Z Fold 8. So, oh, this one says Crimson coming soon. So maybe this is the one. Maybe it's this one here. Oh, well, this one looks different than the this looks different than the other one. Well, whatever the case is, I think this is the one that they had sent me here. This is the red one. And it does look pretty cool. You can see there, I love the fact that they do have this cover bumper around there. It looks really nice. And yeah, so now you see here where they have the tape inside, see those little flaps? That's where those little tape stickers are. So you just basically peel those tabs off, and the blue that's on there will, you see right there, the blue that's on there will basically come off, and underneath it are stickers that are right on the case, and those will help your bumper stay in place. So it's a little tab on the top, a little the tabs that run along the side, and this little tab right there, and that should do it to keep your phone and your case nicely together. So yeah, so Thinborn, very nice. I'm digging it. Now this particular color looks like it's sold out, but you can get some other colors with it. So yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna do an unboxing of this one and try it on my phone, so you can expect to actually see this one here. And yeah, very nice. All right, Thinborn, shout out to you. They're not the cheapest cases in the world. They're about 89 bucks, but that is what a lot of these aramid fiber and carbon fiber cases are costing nowadays. And I mean, it just depends on the brand that you get, but they can be a little bit pricey. I mean, I got the Samsung case, and I was lucky enough that they gave me like $100 credit or something when I bought the phone. So I was able to actually just use the credit to buy a case, because the case I think was, it was like $105 or something like that. It was kind of insane for a phone case, but you know, it is what it is. All right, look at that, look at that. We have Amda Brown in the house, says, hello, Hall family, big or small. We are all a part of the Hall. We are, and he called it out, and so we are going to give him one of these if I can find it. Here we go.
I don't have friends. I got family.
I love it. We don't have friends here. We have family. That's right. The Hall family. Shout out to Amda Brown. Shout out to Evil Witch, Evil Witch 66 in the house as well. All right. Let's keep it going. Let's see what else we have in here. We have 2 packages left. This one and then one other one. And let's see what we have. Let's see. Let's get rid of all this paper. Oh, nice. All right. Newer sent me something else. I'm loving it. I can't tell what it is. What is it? Oh, sweet. All right. Hold on. Let me go ahead and scan it for you so you guys can check it out. Because you guys know how I feel about these things. I'm loving them. There's certain things I always love. All right. Let's see. Where's my camera? Let me scan this. There we go. Open that up. And let's head back over to my Zoms of Amma page. And let's see here. Let me go back into Prime. And I don't know where my browsing history is going to be. It just says keep shopping for, continue browsing. I don't know why they just can't give me my browsing history like right up front. Did you guys see my browsing history? Am I overlooking it? Like where is it? Am I just not seeing it? I'm not like, where is it? Because I'm not seeing it. I see a bunch of stuff. I see continue browsing, but it's just like it's showing me like browse for particular things. And I just want my overall browsing history. And I don't know, it used to be right up front and center. And now it's just like look at all this. This is like a big jumbled mess. Like, who wants to sort through all that crap? Like, this is a big, like, I don't know, maybe they think that, like, in somebody's mind, some crazy, you know, engineers, some weird software engineer's mind, this looks organized and neat. This looks like complete-ish. This looks like a big, jumbled, trashy mess. All right. It says, customers who viewed items in your browsing history also view... Oh, so here we go. Wait, you're browsing. Look at this. They put the browsing history way down at the bottom. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. All the way. They make you sort through all that crazy, ugly mess. Terrible. All right. All right, here we go. This is the newer KM19 mini lav mic compatible with iPhone 17, 16, 15, and it says it's in black. If it's compatible with the iPhone, I'm assuming it's compatible with Samsung phones. It looks like the receiver here is going to be a USB-C receiver, so it should work with any sort of USB device. So if you have an iPhone, if you have an Android phone, you know, like a Samsung, a Motorola, a Pixel, it should work. If you have a camera like a Ultra, like a Luna Ultra or a Osmo Pocket 3, or if you have a laptop or something with USB-C, it should work in all those places. But I know why they do it. They say iPhone because iPhone is so popular and people love iPhones, yada, yada, yada. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not an iPhone hater. I have an iPhone. It's just not my favorite phone. I carry an iPhone and I carry an Android phone. And if somebody said, look, man, you can only carry one phone, pick one, it would likely be my Android phone because I just don't particularly like iOS right now. Like, I like their hardware. I'm just not the biggest fan of the operating system. It's bloated. I'll tell you what it is really with the operating system is that text input on there is trash. It's terrible. Typing on an iPhone, the worst experience, like the worst. And using voice to text, it is so horribly inaccurate and trash. I just hate it. I just get so frustrated. I will start typing and trying to send a message on my iPhone and get so frustrated, I will put my phone down and go grab my Android phone. Just how it is. All right. This is the newer KM19 mini lav mic compatible with iPhone. So there you have it. It says it has 30 hours of battery, 100-meter range, compatible with iPhone. Oh, look at that. There you go. Android PC. So they do acknowledge it. They just put it in the little tiny type. So, and you can see it's going to have 2 transmitters and it's going to have 1 receiver. It's going to be a mobile receiver. And then it looks pretty small. This thing looks pretty small. It looks like these little tiny wind puffs. I don't know if they have any dead cats that come with them. I guess I'll have to see when I open the box up. So, but you can see it says ultra lightweight. It says ultra light and tiny, comfortable and discreet wear. So, yeah, this thing is super tiny. You can see it's gonna fit in like the little coin pocket of somebody's pants. And it's so small, it doesn't even, like on the iPhone, it's not even covering this, it's not even spanning the entire length of the phone. So it is very, very small. And that's, I guess that's compared to the size of a coin. So it's, yeah. And then you can see it says, was that the one right there? No, yeah. So 6 grams, it only weighs 6 grams for the transmitters. It says high fidelity sound and a high fidelity professional sound quality. It says 360-degree omnidirectional microphone, pickup for clear and transparent vocals. It has 3-level noise reduction. So level 1, it says indoor environments. Level 2 is outdoor areas. And then level 3 is busy streets and restaurants. And so there you go. If you're recording, you're out somewhere, and it is just very, very loud, you need to knock down that background noise so your vocals can be heard. Then you have 3 levels that you can choose from. Now, I have to test these levels. I have to test the levels and see how they sound and how they perform. But what I will say is that generally when you start getting into strong noise reduction or noise cancellation, it starts to make your voice sound a little bit robotic and sort of like an AI-ish, like that weird tinny thing that happens where it sounds really, really processed. So I would just be careful, not just with this mic, but any mic, before you decide to use like a strong noise cancellation or noise reduction from the microphone. Test it first and see what it sounds like, because you know, you don't want to just go out somewhere, start recording. The first time you ever test the noise reduction is when you're out there, you know, shooting something you actually need, and then your voice sounds all weird and then you're upset. So just test stuff first. It says double click to mute, simple to use, so there's that. Let's see, what else do we have? We have, it says battery level displayed on screen, so that's kind of nice. You can see how much juice is left. It says you have 6 hours of continuous runtime on the transmitters, Type-C USB charging interface, 1.5 hour charging time in the case, and extended battery life with charging. So that is really nice. Okay. Let's see there. Oh, yep, those people there. Oh, it looks like you can charge while recording too, which is kind of cool. So there's going to be a USB-C port on the receiver. That is very, very nice, because that means that you can keep running this thing basically indefinitely. So if you're doing a live stream like I'm doing right now, you can connect this thing up to your phone, and then you can plug in your you can plug in the transmitter, and then plug in your phone and keep them going. Now, it's unclear if this is going, when you charge it up, where it says charge while recording, it's unclear if it's charging both your phone and the transmitter, or excuse me, and the, no, I guess it would just be the receiver, because the receiver is pulling power from the phone. So you would still have to worry about the power of your transmitter, which is going to give you 6 hours. But if you're doing a live stream by yourself, something like this, and you're doing some massive all-day live stream, you can use one transmitter, and then when that one starts to get low on battery, you just pull the other one out, put the first one in your case, and charge it back up with the case while this one's going. That'll give you another 6 hours, and then you can just swap them out as you go. So you should theoretically have infinite battery power if you cycle through them, you know, charging them up as you go. So yeah. All right, let's see here. It says wide compatibility. So yeah, so now they're telling us we have, it does say not compatible with GoPro, and that's because GoPro, you need this stupid like media mod thing. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if the new GoPro Mission 1s have changed it, but GoPro stuff with audio is horrible. They've always had it really bad as far as managing audio. But it's compatible, looks like, with Huawei, Xiaomi, and Samsung phones. Also compatible with the iPhone 15, 16, 17 series. Compatible with iPads, laptops, and tablets. And compatible with DJI Action 3, 4, 5, and the Pocket 3. So, yeah, nice. I like it. I like it. It does say, note, when inserting the receiver, avoid the bottom button to prevent accidental activation to ensure optimal user experience. So I guess there's a little button you need to make sure that you don't push, which I guess it's probably easy to have your thumb right there and push it up to go into the phone, and then you've actually activated something. So yeah. All right, let's see. Yeah, it says long distance stable transmission. Now, I will tell you this, with all of these types of microphones, with all of them, if you break line of sight, you are likely going to get signal fallout. So if you are thinking like, I'm not that far away, I'm only like 50 feet away and I'm walking the other direction trying to talk and my signal's dropping out, that's because if you break line of sight on most of these mics, and it doesn't even matter if it's one of these mics like this that's 35 bucks or a DJI wireless mic kit that's 300 bucks, if you break line of sight, you're likely going to end up with signal dropout. If you don't want that, then you probably need a more professional mic system, something like a, like a UHF, system, something that's going to give you a broader, more stable signal that's not going to cause dropout just by turning your back. But the other option too is if you need something like that that is mission critical, if you're shooting something that's mission critical, you need to make sure that you have clean audio, then you need to get something that has internal recording so that even if that signal drops out and picks up later, the whole thing is recorded onto the transmitter's internal storage, and then you can download those files and use those files instead of the camera audio, the transmission that came through the camera and broke up. So, but there's that. It says full control via newer mic app. So that's nice. You can plug in, download the app, and then you can control. It looks like you can control the gain levels of each microphone. And it looks like you can control whether it's mono or stereo, and then you can also control the different levels of noise canceling. I wonder though if there's a way to control the noise cancellation and the gain levels at all. Probably not the gain levels, but I wonder if you can control the noise cancellation on either the receiver or the transmitter. So, because if I have to change the noise cancellation levels quickly, I don't really want to have to go into an app to do it. I'd rather do it with just the push of a button on either the receiver or the transmitter. So, yeah. And then you see it says OTG can be better compatible with OTG devices and will automatically turn off after 5 minutes of inactivity. So, yeah, it says solid blue paired, slow flashing blue unpaired, red flashing red low battery, solid red is on mute, and then solid green noise cancellation 3 levels. So it says click one, I guess one, it says to enable noise cancellation and adjust levels, so you just click it once. So I'm not sure if there's a way, like it shows like the little noise cancellation, it looks like the little noise cancellation signal, but it doesn't say if there's a way to indicate on which level you're on, 1, 2, or 3. Like, how do you know which noise cancellation level you're actually on? I would love it if that green, that solid green, when you go to click it to turn, if it would turn different colors, if it went like blue, yellow, green, or blue, red, yellow, something, so that you know, okay, the blue is 1, red is 2, green is 3. That way there's always a visual indicator and you're never guessing. So, but who knows? All right, that is the newer KM19 mini lav mic, compatible with iPhone, Android phones, laptops, cameras, action cams, all kinds of good stuff. And it's only $36.99. So we're gonna unbox this thing at a later date, test it out, see how it does. All right. Let's get this. Toss that off to the side because we're going to get that. But we have one box left. Shout out to Mark Guy in the building. Mark Guy is in the house, loving it. Tim Windsor says, Team Droid, I'm feeling you, man. Team Droid all day. There we go. Let's see. They changed. On the rest of they changed the browsing history again. I know, man. It's just crazy. They keep on doing that. They just keep on doing it. And Mark Guy says, what up, Hall family? Hope all is well. Hanging here with my brother there. All right. Look at that. He gave us, so got to give it to him.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's right. We don't have friends here. We have family. The Hall family. All right. This is the last one that we have here. Let's see what we have inside of it. See if I can get in there and get a cleaner cut. There we go. I think it might be time to sharpen my knife. It's still cutting pretty well, but it's definitely not as sharp as when I first got it. But I've cut through a lot of boxes since then, so, you know, I'm not mad at it. All right, let's see. Oh, all right. You know, when they wrote me and asked me if I wanted to review this product, I was like, damn, am I getting that old? Am I getting so old that people are asking me if I want to review hearing aids? Oh my goodness. And you know, it's funny. I said, yes, I will review these because I know that I'm getting older. My hearing is not bad where I need hearing aids, but I know that there are some people out there in my audience that are getting older or already older, and they do have some hearing issues. And I was like, you know what? This is not my norm, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. They sent me 2 because I'm going to test one, and I'm going to give one to my father-in-law so he can test it and see how it works for him. I'm going to do the review, but I'm going to see if I can get his opinion on it later after he's had a chance to try them out and see how it works. Because he's an older gentleman. He's like 90-something, and he probably needs a pair of hearing aids. He still hears pretty well for his age, but I think he could probably do for something. And I'm looking forward to sharing these with him. But I'm going to go ahead and test out a pair myself. I've never actually wore hearing aids. I don't really need hearing aids. But I'm kind of curious to see what they do, like if they amplify stuff. Because I do, when I watch TV sometimes, I like to turn it up. I like to be able to listen without having to sort of like struggle to hear what they're saying. And part of it is because sometimes I feel like things are like mumbled a little. Like some people mumble a little bit on their stuff. Or oftentimes watching TV, like the ambient noise, the booms, the crashes, all the other stuff is loud. And then the vocals are like soft. And I'm like, turn up the vocals, man. But I'm wondering if you have hearing aids, maybe that helps. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm looking forward to unboxing them, trying them out, and see how they are. I don't really need them, but it's going to be interesting to see how it works. So, anyways, these are made by Villier, and that's it right there. Villier. See if I can get that without the reflection. There you go. And yeah, it says these are model number JHDW2ET. And it says RIE, not sure what that means, DSP, 35 decibel, and it says good vibes, start with clear hearing. And then, yeah, it says this hearing aid is for adults with signs of mild to moderate hearing loss. How do you know if you have this? It says if you have trouble hearing speech in noisy places, you find it hard to follow speech in groups, you have trouble hearing on the phone, listening makes you tired. It says you need to turn up the volume on the TV or radio, and other people complain it's too loud. I'll tell you, that's me right there. I turn it up and my wife complains it's too loud. Can you turn it down? And when I turn it down, I can still hear it. I just like stuff a little bit louder. So anyways. Oh, man. So it does say, so some people with hearing loss may need help with a hearing from a hearing healthcare professional. How do you know if you need to see one? It says you can't hear speech even if the room is quiet. You don't hear loud sounds well, or for example, you don't hear loud music, power tools, engines, or other very noisy things. If your hearing loss makes it hard to hear loud noises, this hearing aid may not be your best choice without help from a professional. If the hearing aid does not help you enough, ask for help from a hearing healthcare professional. So this is, and you know, they've made first of all, oh my God, that is hilarious. That is straight up hilarious. Oh my God, Pedro in the house. Oh my God. You guys are killing me. You guys are straight killing me today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so anyhow, I'm not exactly sure when it was, but it wasn't so long ago that they made they made it possible for people to buy hearing aids over the counter. It used to be that you had to get a prescription. You had to go see like an audiologist and stuff, and then get a hearing aid over, you know, through a prescription only, sort of like people do with prescription glasses and stuff. But at some point they made it where you can get these over the counter, which I think has probably helped a lot of people, because some people just didn't have health insurance, or maybe like an audiologist or something wasn't covered under their insurance. So being able to, like, if you just have like mild to mid hearing loss, it may be that buying something over the counter can help. And I have seen hearing aids like these at Costco or at BJ's. I've seen them at different, you know, sort of electronic stores. So you can get something like this that may help if you have some sort of mid, you know, some light to moderate hearing loss. So yeah. Even when it says might be useful at concerts, could be. It could be. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I'll admit, I am kind of curious to see how these things work. I am. Oh my goodness. Just craziness. Craziness. Oh man. Let's see if I'm resting. I don't love TV. I don't like loud TV noise, but I am hard of hearing. So yeah, you know, I don't like all the loud TV noise sometimes too. I guess I do somewhat, but I like to listen to stuff, and sometimes when I'm watching something, I like to feel it a little bit. Like when there is an explosion or some sort of fight scene or something, I like to feel it. I like to, you know, even especially when there's movies, like if you're watching a movie like, what was that movie, 1917 or something, and some of like the war movies where there's a really nice sound design. I like to be able to feel it and hear the sort of little nuances where you're like listening, you're like, oh crap, I can hear like a bird chirping over there, or a small bomb or whatever. You hear a boat coming in the distance. You hear stuff that these sound designers put in there, and they slowly amp the volume up till they're on screen or more visual. And I love to experience that. And sometimes you don't get to experience that when you have the volume turned down at like a moderate level or a low level. Those are things that you hear when you're in a movie theater and you have like the big booming, you know, DTS surround sound systems and everything in there. You hear all this stuff in the movie theater, but I don't really go to the movies all that often. I still sometimes want to experience it. And, you know, sometimes when my wife goes to sleep and I'm putting on some crazy movie and I'm using my Apple TV, I will just grab my AirPod Maxes and I'll put those on, and then I get to have an experience like that, because then you get the full sort of immersive surround sound that's loud, and you don't even have to turn it up as loud because the headphones or the speakers are right next to your ears. So yeah. Anyways, let's let me scan these things. Let me see. There is a barcode. Let me see if I can get a price on them for you guys. Definitely my something different than what I would normally do. But all right, yeah, these aren't too bad. They're not too bad. They're not cheap though. They are definitely not cheap. Let me see if I can back up a little bit. And let me hit refresh, and there they go. So they're $299. Now again, these are not the cheapest thing in the world, but they're hearing aids, and these things can be ridiculously expensive. I mean, you go and get some of the prescription joints, and some of these can be, you know, $1,000, $1,500. You know, they can get up there. And then I've seen other ones in the stores that may be, you know, $500, $700 over the counter. So, yeah, $300 probably is not very, you know, it's probably not very expensive for this particular product. But you can see it says over-the-counter hearing aids for seniors, upgraded 11-level volume control, 16-channel digital chip for clear sound and intelligent noise reduction, rechargeable with 1 week use. Now that's great. That is great, because that's one of those things when it comes to charging, you know, with batteries. You know, I remember people used to always go buy those little hearing aid batteries, and, you know, once they would start to go down, you'd have to just get more. But it's nice if you can throw these in and you only have to charge them once a week. That means you don't really have to worry about forgetting them. And really, honestly, you could probably just like throw them in there at night when you go to bed and you're good to go. Or you can throw them in the charger when you go to take a shower or something and top them off enough that you don't really have to worry about it. So, but you can see there, it says hearing aid for seniors, extended battery life, 1-button operation, 11-level volume control, RIE designed for comfort. Not sure what that means, but it looks like that's the way that the hearing aid maybe goes around your ear. And then 4 selectable modes. So yeah, we'll have to try that out. So you can see there, it says upgraded 35 dB high gain. It says it helps you hear more sound. So it looks like you're going to get 20, 24, 28, and 35. It has auto on and off, 3-second long press to adjust modes, 1 press to adjust volumes, and it has 1 beep for normal, 2 beeps for restaurants, 3 beeps for outdoors, and 4 beeps for music. So it should be fairly easy once you remember those beeps. And this is what it looks like for this guy. And yeah, it looks like if you have some hair, you know, it looks like it's going to be fairly discreet, because the other part, the little module part, it looks like it's hidden behind his ear, and he has a little bit of hair, so it looks like it's going to be fairly discreet. And then you can see there it says 24 hours of single use, 100 hours with the charging case. It says 1.5 hours more with more faster charging time, and then 4 to 5 times charging cycles supported. So so it seems like you should be able to use this to charge up your hearing aids 4 to 5 times with each full charge of the case. So yeah, it shouldn't be, and I think that's important, especially when you're talking about dealing with seniors, because people get older, they get more forgetful, and so it's nice to not to have to worry about charging them as often. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, there's different tip levels you can see. So you have the small, medium, and large. You have the microphone, LED light, and then you have the button to activate programs and volume and all that stuff. So, and those are the ear tips. So, and I think that is kind of, let's see, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, you can see there it says embrace life to the fullest. You have stuff for working, talking, outdoor activity, and driving. And then you see it says perfect gift for loved ones. So nice. All right. Yeah. Looks good to me. I'm gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna have some fun with it. Oh my goodness, boy! I am getting into the advanced age tech of my YouTube journey. That is, that is something else. Oh man. Let's see. It says I need both pairs of them in each ear. Oh my God. Goya says, I have sensitive hearing. Those things kill me. Yeah, bro, I imagine you probably do have sensitive hearing because you are a audio dude, a mic dude. So you probably went into that. Not maybe knowing, maybe not knowing, because you knew that your hearing was sensitive. You were probably good, maybe not knowing it right off the bat, that you were able to pick up all these fine nuances of stuff with microphones, which probably led you into that sort of realm of the microphone audio world. So let's see. Amda Brown says, do you own the newer AirPods? They have the hearing assist feature, if you can compare the difference. I don't. I have the AirPods Pro. I think I have the original ones. I was thinking about getting the 3s, but I decided to pass on them because I figured the 4s are coming out soon, so I'll probably wait and get the 4s. But I haven't tried the new ones with the hearing assist. It's funny, my father-in-law actually does have them, but he has trouble getting them in the ear and staying in the ear. And I did try, and I meant to show him about twisting the thing up and putting the stem actually up here, if that helps. But he has a little bit of a challenging time with those earbuds, where either he has a hard time getting them in to where they feel secure, or they fall out. So yeah. He always says, handsome model, not some old guy. I know, the dude on, look at this guy on here, man. That does not look like some old, he didn't even have any gray hair in his beard. Where's the gray? That dude, look at him. Look at those edges right there. There's no gray to be, this dude's not old. He may have some hearing issues, but that dude is not some old guy. He's a young dude, oh wait, you guys couldn't even see that. Hold on, let me see. Where is that at? Look at him. Look at him. Look at that dude. Tell me, where's the gray at? Is that a little fleck of gray over there? Right there? I don't know. I think it may be the lighting. But look at that. There's no gray in there. There's no streaks. I think I might see one little gray hair, one little gray fleck in there somewhere. Come on though, man. That dude looks like he's about 38, maybe 40. I don't know. He definitely doesn't look like he needs to be rocking hearing aids, not from old age. He might need hearing aids because he has just some hearing loss of some sort, but oh man. Anyways, all right, you guys, I'm up out of here. It's been fun. Big ups to Bill here on those. Let me set those off to the side. I'm thinking about doing, again, I know I keep saying this and then I haven't done it, but I think I might do a wine and winners this weekend. I have a bottle of wine sitting out there. I have some products already selected to give away. So I think I might do it. If you guys see a call, if I put the call out and you see it on my Instagram or on my YouTube Shorts or something, just if you can support, hit me up, and you'll know if I put the call out that it's gonna happen. If you don't see the call out, then it may not happen. But if you do see it, just know I pulled some stuff. I may try and do I might try and do a wine and winners either on Saturday or on Sunday. I haven't decided which one yet, because Sunday I live in the DC area. There's some stuff going on this weekend. Like there's the National Book Festival on Saturday, which, you know, it's in the daytime, so it probably wouldn't affect my wine and winners. I'd probably just do that later. And then also they have that 250th. It's not an F1 race, is it? F1 or Indy race? Anyways, there's a race here. I mean, it's some sort of DC Grand Prix thing, but I think you might need tickets to go. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I think that's Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, anyways, I'll figure it out. If I put the call out, I'll let you guys know, you know, which day it's going to be when I put the call out. So so we need to have a wine and winners show happen soon. We need to come together and make one happen. I agree. We need to make one happen. So I'll see if Tim says I haven't won anything in a long time. There we go. We need to get everybody together so we can get everybody, you know, winning some good stuff. So, all right, y'all. I'm up out of here. Thank you so very much for coming through. I appreciate you. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. And come check me out. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.